Um, must be internet issues. Maybe. We shall see. But yeah, I was saying that I hate YouTube Shorts because on your phone, anytime you open YouTube, if it's on the Shorts page, which a lot of the times it just automatically goes to, it begins playing the video right away, which is kind of useless. Alright. So we got our still suit, we got all of our weapons and stuff. We got this. There we go. Much better. So what are we doing? We need to get to Griffin's Reach trade post. Pick up a contract. Okay. So let's see. I need the trading outpost all the way over here. Oh, that's gonna be a trek and a half, isn't it? So I came in from over here. Last time I was like down here, and there was another time I was actually up here. That's kind of cool. Oh, right. Let me share this real quick. Always got to remember to share. Let's see. But yeah, this is got the marker on there. Okay. He's right there. I love that you can see the worm going through the sand. That doesn't sound good. Well, we got through that, which is good. Oh, let's grab some, that's the wrong one. $40 copper ore. That's actually perfect. I think we need that for the, contract. Oh, man. Do you hear that worm going off? So, if you guys play this game, there is a glitch with the sandworm. Namely, the sandworm can set itself off. And that's because they only have the one noise meter. So, sometimes, if you look around the map, because that's the sandworm attention meter down there, not really a noise meter. But sometimes, I think I mentioned it before, you can see breach points, because there's certain areas that are cinematically meant for the sandworm to breach and like show off. And, yeah, if that triggers around you, that is a sandstorm. But anyways, if the sandworm breaches, it sets off that attention meter or noise meter or whatever you want to call it. And by doing that, it actually locks onto you. You can be completely still when that thing breaches, and you'll still see that noise meter getting set off, and then it'll come for you. Ooh, the ships are coming in. The Sedokar ships. Alright. I need to go this way. Ah, there it is.
I see someone. Identify yourself.
Hmm. Oh, right in the ankle. Now, I probably won't be gathering up a bunch of these salvage metals, because they're so easy to get. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be... This will be the best point for crossing. Because I think there's a worm breach right around here or right around here. That is a sandstorm. That means it's probably going to be in sector soon. Or it's moving away from the sector. Yeah, it's moving away from the sector. Good. Good time to log in then. Now, those I will actively salvage because they are... Oh, hang on a second. I think my wife's getting a phone call. Alright, I'm back. It was a scam. Alright. Go hopping across the desert. Yeah, see, no worm attacks, but I can guarantee you if the worm breached, I would get killed. Go ahead, gather up some more of this. Alright. Now, see, I would love to build, like, massive structures like this. Unfortunately, the building material that I unlocked, the Observer, doesn't have any, like, angular pieces and stuff. Copper ore. Oh, this is a, facility. Alright. Running past the, science facility. We'll investigate that soon. Well, soon-ish. You gotta hear one of those ships. Alright. And that's the structure we're going to. It's a trade outpost. You know, I'm surprised this map or this server was called Light, considering how many buildings there are. So you see that ridge right there? That's one of the breach points. Why walk with no rhythm when you cannot walk at all? Alright. Right over there. I love that you can see tire tracks, as if people come here all the time. Like, their attention to detail is just fantastic. In fact, let's see. Yeah. Where'd it go? It disappeared too quick. Sometimes when you eject a clip, you'll actually see it leave trails in the sand. But we're going primarily sword this playthrough. Okay, yeah. You hear that? Where are you? That's a sandworm breaching. When he does that and you're out on the sand, it does not matter how good you are. Or, how stealthy you're being. You could be standing completely still.
Soft-worlder. It seems my fame precedes me even here, at the arse end of the Haga Basin. Your Emperor's lackey, Count Fenring, has put an obscene bounty on my head. And while I'm flattered to be his great boogeyman, the added attention is making life complicated. Take a look around. There's a contract on the board that might interest you. But be careful. Civilized men are not to be trusted.
Sorry, NPC. Alright. Ah. Let's go ahead and deliver the 40. That's the nice thing. It actually won't take, like, extra stuff that you have. Contacted Sure. Okay. Finally, I've waited weeks for that copper. It's damn hard trying to run an efficient scrap business when the quality of salvage contractors keeps dropping. That's because they all get eaten by sandworms. Nothing but unreliable slackers, like that Nasir. He's probably passed out in Simuta then? Somewhere. Anyway, you've proven you can deliver, so I might have some more work for you. No contracts at the moment. Oh, yeah. Now I'm supposed to buy a water bottle.
I know the face of every sand-sucking bandit, scavenger, and merc from here to Harko, and I don't recognize you. So perhaps you'll give us the courtesy of who you are, and while you're at it, why our airspace is crawling with Sadukar.
I was shot down.
It's a good story, I'll give you that. But even a sandworm might choke on it. Nobody escapes a Sadukar security grid. Not even Zantara. Welcome to Griffin's Reach, stranger. The rules here are simple. Pay up front and don't cause trouble, or we'll toss you into the storms. Good?
Good.
Name's Mir. I do the trading and the talking. My silent partner here does the fighting. And there's the contract board in the corner if you need work.
Okay. I have some questions about this area.
Unless someone shows up with a load of salvage, I've got time to talk.
Anything out here beyond sand and rocks?
There's one of those old desert testing stations out east of here. Been unsealed for a while. Probably picked clean by now. There was a fellow, bought supplies a while back. An ecologist. He was here to audit the station. Said he was camped above it. He'd know more.
Cool. What's the nearest settlement?
Ha! People don't live out here. They cling. Bandits, scavengers, and a couple of fools stupid enough to run trade posts.
Oh, so there's other trade posts, huh?
Smiley Tig still runs his place northeast of here, across the gap.
Smiley.
You'll figure it out if you meet him.
Okay. Griffin's Reach. What's the name?
The Griffin is the Harkonnen house symbol. And while we have no official affiliation, I like to think they are aware of Griffin's Reach.
What about the Atreides?
What about them? The Duke is a weak fool, and his house will fall. The Baron is 5 moves ahead of the Atreides at every turn.
Alright, I'd like to talk about something
What's
else.
on your mind?
Tell me about you.
I used to live on Rosek. For a long time, I thought it was the biggest shithole in the universe. So, I bartered my way off the planet.
You chose Arrakis?
Problem was, I was so desperate to leave Rosek, I thought anywhere would be better. Turns out I was wrong.
Alright. Goodbye.
You keep coming back like this, I'll have to stop calling you stranger. Stranger?
I'm here to trade. Let's get this. Now, you can always come back here and get another one of these. So if the sandworm eats you and you lose it, don't worry. In fact, a lot of those things respawn exactly where you found them, so... Okay. Let's finish this dialogue tree.
Like this, I'll have to stop calling you stranger, stranger.
You mentioned the Saudukar.
The Padishah Emperor, in his infinite wisdom, has blessed us with a cohort of his most efficient and ruthless Imperial Sadukar.
The Imperial Saudukar are hunting outlaws?
They use Chom mercs for the hunting mostly. I suspect the real Sadukar are looking for Fremen and that bastard Zantara.
I've heard that name before. Who is Zentar?
Have you been living under a rock? Zantara is a terrorist scum of the highest order. The Emperor has placed 1,000,000 Solari bounty on his head.
Does Zentara ever visit this region?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
The answer is yes.
But if he did, the Sadakar would garrote him. In the meantime, the Kirab suffice as target practice.
What about those
Scavengers is too good a name for them.
Sorry.
Everyone does what they can to scrape by. Scavies do it by mindlessly killing everyone and each other.
What happened to the Freemen?
They are no more. Exterminated by the Sadakar, and rightfully so. Only the terrorist Zantara persists. But I'm confident not for much longer.
The Freemen are no more?
This region was once crawling with their filthy kind, but not anymore. If one walked through the door right now, I would shoot him in the face.
Alright, tell me about Zentara.
Have you been living under a rock?
Goodbye. Okay. Pick up contract scrap metal wrecking crew from the contract board. Yeah, I'll accept that. Alright.
I know the ways of the desert and how to do a lot with very little. The Imperium, on the other hand, have infinite resources and the production capacity of countless worlds. Plunder them, off-worlder. There is a shipwreck near here. Slip inside and claim your share of the spoils.
Cool. Okay, there should be... There we go. Some water. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, the reason I'm not using the catch pocket of my still suit is you can actually fill up that bar completely using this and then get extra water out of it. Let's do... Okay, I'm taking... So you can actually, like, up your, thing I have unspent skill points. Problem is... So, let's see. Reckless lunge. That's another... This one... Lunging at an enemy will often provide them with an easy opening to attack. But you have learned to turn a lunge into an advantage. Sprint attacks provide bonus damage mitigation for a short while after a lunge. Oh, but, healing would be better. Let's see... Optimized hydration. Increasing the damage of my melee attacks. Oh, cool. Bleed tolerance. Blade damage. Yay, better blade damage. Oh, I was out in the sun too long. Which drained all of my water, of course. Yeah, when that little bar turns red, it causes your water to go faster. Alright. Shipwrecks. Basically, one of two types of dungeons in this game. Your shipwreck and your science facility. Both are actually really good resources. There's also these, which are basically, like major cities that you use for, gathering materials and stuff and all that. When it says it has intel in that, that's actually like your research intel. So it can give you more, or you can actually unlock everything in the game. It's just gathering resources can be hard. Yeah, anytime I'm around open sand like that, I bunny hop. It's again, it's literally the best way to get around if you don't want to deal with the sandworm. Oh, hang on, I'm getting. Alright, it was just Comcast. Unfortunately, I'm not with them anymore, and I need to ship back my equipment. And they were calling to remind me of that. The biggest problem is, I has no money. I am pretty much broke. But that's okay. Because I have an interview on Thursday, which means no morning stream that day. Because I am planning on going back to a steady schedule, but it's going to be torn between basically mornings and evenings, depending on when I have work. But no more overnight shifts, which kind of sucks, but is also okay. Right. Oh, this is the one guy that they were talking about above the one station. Now, I'm not going to talk to him yet because I end up getting a quest to talk to him and stuff like that, so... Yeah. And he gives me a quest to go into the station that I can also... By the way, that's hitting C on your way down. How much weight do I have? Ooh. Okay, I'm probably gonna head back to my base first. You might ask me why I'm doing that, and the simple answer is, that blueprint I can't read until I'm in my base, but also I'm kind of overloaded. So now I'll probably use the path of the wreck because I went past there to get here. Cause yeah, and the base is over there. So Breaker Station. Oh, would you look at that? It's a little encampment. Now, unfortunately, this Mauler pistol is super inaccurate. As you level up and gain better weapons and stuff, like, the accuracy and things increase. Because, see, like... Oh, you're a knife wielder, huh? Nice. Give me all your things! Okay. Yeah, see, I have to basically go past there anyways. So, might as well. Oh, no! Not on the sand while he's nearby. Where'd you go? I think you went under. Okay. Yeah, see, that's... Alright. Nice. Yeah, so that's the wreck up there. This is one of the only non-PvP wrecks, though. Which kind of sucks, because you're supposed to be able to play the entire game without having to engage in PvP. Let's see if I can... Yeah, so those Sardaukar ships come from that thing. Oh, there it is. Look at that. The fact that they animated that entire sequence is fantastic. You should get to see it open up, though. There we go. How cool is that? So I'm gonna actually work around this ship, because if I go into it with stuff, I'm going to get overloaded. Go to there, and then that one. Now, the patrols aren't super difficult, but they are like the next tier of enemies half the time. So it's kind of interesting. The devs said that they wanted to add a sequence for crossing the desert, or a special way of crossing the desert, called walking with no rhythm. But they made it where, or it made it where crossing the desert was way too complex and took way too long. So they decided to just go with the whole, if you sneak, you're not supposed to make as much noise, right? But, like I said, there's a glitch. If you actually look at the noise meter, see if I can see that, and then if you stand up, the noise meter doesn't change. The only way not to make noise in this game is to either have gear that supposedly affects it. What was that? Oh! Spice explosion. That's the birth of sandworms. That means there's baby sandworms in the world.
They're coming.
Oh,
Weapon empty.
gotcha. Yeah, but basically, so baby sandworms are called sand trouts. Yes, I know it's a weird name for it. They produce the spice which adheres to water. This is why the dew, the wind, everything has spice in it, right? What happens during breeding for the sandworms is all that spice begins to build up, and it's very volatile because it adheres to water. It's almost like a propellant. So the egg, which I think it repels, it's like hydrophobic or something like that, creates these pockets of water around itself, and when the spice combines with it being produced, it explodes. So every time you see a spice explosion like that, it's part of the worm's gestational cycle. And that's a something that I would congratulate the author on, because they did really good at making sure you, like, they integrated the sandworm's life cycle into the actual lore of Arrakis. Okay, so this stuff go here. Just fast equip it. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately you can't do that with this, but, you know. Alright. You need this, this, this. Yeah, you kind of want to leave a lot of stuff here, because if you don't, it'll just weigh you down. There we go. What am I missing? Spice-infused copper dust. Alright. So that's where this is going to come in, because the spice-infused stuff you normally find inside the dungeons. The dungeon. Okay, so head there and then there. I do like that running and jumping doesn't actually take up all of your stamina. Because there's so many games where if you tried to run across the desert, even if it's this short little area, you'd be tired by the time you finished. Which, I mean, I would be, yes, but I'm also not that athletic. You guys have seen me before. I'm a little bit overweight. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not. But even I can run that kind of distance and not, keel over or hyperventilate. I'm not gonna... I'll pick up the fuel cell, but I won't pick up anything else. But see, I almost have full water. How cool is that? But yeah, just little interesting things like that. And let's see, what do I get from here? Is this where I get the blood drinker? I can hear it. Okay, this one I think I can. I'll keep this up. I really don't want to get eaten by the sandworm. Because again, if you get eaten, you lose everything. Which adds a certain level of danger to the game, because no matter how high of a level you are, that sandworm will ruin your day. The crazy thing, though, is you get a blueprint later on for a weapon that you can only... that you can only get by getting eaten by the sandworm. Hi, Coco. Now, if the sandworm detects you, you do have a quick moment to try and get out of there. Because it breaches first, and then it comes after you. But yeah, I've only ever died to that glitch. Where it breaches, like, you're not making more noise than you're supposed to, it breaches and then comes after you. Because it sets itself off with the breach.
Where's my reinforcement?
Oop, dang it. Come on. Nice. Okay. I need a bandage. Because I don't have any force fields yet. So I can't just block,
I see someone. Where's my backup?
think there's one more person. Whoop, yep. Ooh. She had fibers on her. That's the nice thing about these dungeons. They give you ammo and bandages so you don't always, like, run out of materials trying to explore them. Even though they're not very long. Five. The one thing that will remain scarce in them, though, is water and all that, but I'm wearing a still suit. Ooh, I just got a better sword. So, that little scrap sword compared to this one. So, 5 damage compared to 7 damage. And you do want to get everything. Now, again, this all respawns and it's instanced. So you don't actually have to compete against other players to get your gear and all that. Which is nice. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of PvP because a lot of PvPers are jerks. Is that it? Okay, that's everything. Alright. And 5. Ah. Come on. Nice. There we go. And unfortunately for them, they're all dead already. Or they're, I'm full up, so their water goes to waste. Yeah. Nice. Okay, pick up the identification band and loot all of that. And then you just head out here. And done. Now, normally you can't get in that way because of that force field that's there. Okay. Ooh, where are you? Darn, I can't see it. Because you can actually, just like you can watch them landing, you can watch them taking off. Let's see. Oh, and if you're ever curious about the time of day, right there. I believe it goes upward, so counterclockwise. Darn. Oh well. It is time. Oh, I need to mine more copper ore. Okay. There's some right there. Of course I feel parched. Get that. I think you can get a bunch of copper ore here. Now, if you see anybody building their bases like that, later on, I think it's after number 5, we get, the thumper, which is used to attract the sandworms, and if it's close enough to, like, an area where you can get sandworms, you can actually sick them on people's bases. Even though normally the sandworm wouldn't go that way. There we go. Alright, so I need to upgrade my armor. I mean, that's cool and all. I wish there was a way to combine armor and still suits. Okay, I think I went the wrong direction a little bit. That's okay. Fabricate a full set of scavenger rags. Fabricate a, Fire a Holtzman amplifier ×1. Oh, they're gonna make me go back, aren't they? And did you see that? He went down quick. Yeah, so the guys in the dungeons are usually a little bit stronger than the guys outside of the dungeon. Yes. And when you're about to enter a dungeon, or while you're in a dungeon, you might want to keep your water high enough where you get the extra stamina. Just so that you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Because later on, it does get a lot more, I wouldn't say difficult. Challenging, maybe? Because you'll have to take on multiple, multiple opponents at once. And that can get difficult. Let's go, rockin' and rollin'. Let's go on you space cadets. Oh, sandworm. Where are you, buddy? Ooh. There's some water. Ooh. Now, I think I have a Holtzman amplifier back at base, so... Should probably sheet that. Probably not a wise decision running around with a, Knife unsheathed. It's like running with scissors, you know? You'll poke your eye out. I can aim that? That is awesome. Okay, wait, before I make anything, I should... Yes. And put this in here. Okay, so... I need to make this. I need to make that. Spice infused copper dust. I don't have enough. But I wanted to make the liter John first, because that's, again, water bottle. That's like my Stanley cup. I'm joking, by the way. Oh, I think not enough copper. Okay, well. You know what? I got plenty of copper. Okay, so it wants me to make... I should probably make that one now, but more copper. Always more copper. Craft. Okay, so that is a really good gun to have, at least beginning. Alright. Alright. It uses the same ammo. So let's see. Oh, I do need one of these. Granite. Let's put this in here. So all of these can go up to 500, I believe. Mala pistol. Copper ore. Spice infused copper. You. That one. Actually, I'll keep the binoculars on. You. Alright. So how much Solari do I have? 2,000. Not bad. Okay. So the whole idea of the leecher, John, is it goes on your hotbar and you fill it with water. And again, it makes it so that you don't really need this still suit. Although... you kinda still do, because the leecher John only carries so much water, and you have to fill it at, like, the water stations. You can't fill it off of the, whatchamacallit? The primroses and stuff. Holtzman amplifier. Is that not a Holtzman amplifier? Holtzman actuator. Okay. Should probably go one of these. Alright. Holtzman actuator. Yeah, so honestly, probably don't need to have everything on me. Have more research. Yeah, so in this area you can find all of these, supposedly, copper products, right? Next area you find the, legendary iron products. After that, legendary steel, legendary aluminum, that kind of thing. Until you get to the last material, which is the plasteel. Okay, so let's see. Holtzman actually. I'm still supposed to acquire a Holtzman amplifier. Okay. Well, maybe I should make my scavenger racks then. Because they want us going back in there, so why not armor up? Then I want, let's say, another 5. I don't really have a storage spot for my armor. I should do, or I should do that at some point. But yeah. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? I forgot to check something. It does work. You guys could have been chatting on here the entire time. Ah. Okay. Well, that's good to know. At least I know that the stream is working like intended. Okay, let's see. Started 1 hour ago, 11:46. Started at about 9:30. Okay.
I've crossed the Vermilius Gap, Off-Worlder, and I still haven't shaken my unwanted followers. I'm afraid I must delay our reunion until... well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, Off-Worlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling mauler I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus.
Yep.
Listen, you'll need a vehicle to cross the sands to the Paranorth and reach the gap. But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis. Arrakis has a long history, Off-Worlder. More than you might imagine. Some things, like the Imperial testing stations, contain echoes of the past. But more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you'll need. Just
Cool.
be careful. Those old ruins are a beacon for all kinds of scum.
I mean, fair. Alright, look at me, I'm going there. Oh, I haven't shown you guys customization in this game yet. Okay, so let me show you like some of the item customizations and stuff. Because it's actually really cool. They did a really good job on that. So, from your inventory, you can just do customizations. So you can do... you start out with these. Honestly, I tend to go with the black and brown, because it looks nicer, honestly. And then you just close. Ooh. Absolutely. But yeah, you can also, if you have, like, unlocked variants, you can just apply those here, too. So if you don't want to look like every other scavenger around, you can do this and people will recognize you as a player. Right? And now you kind of look like that guy that you fought at, or that was fought at the beginning. That injured, what's his face? Zantara. So I am missing something. from there. I need a Holtzman amplifier. But I collected everything that was there. Where did I miss it? There's the word. Oh, I think that's a sandstorm coming in. So long as you're sheltered, the sandstorm won't kill you. Much like Conan. Still doesn't mean that you want to be out in it. So, because you never know, like, you know when you're sheltered or unsheltered, but you never know, like, if the game's gonna glitch and not count shelter as shelter. But yeah, like this guy's base, you could take off this front completely. This base can be completely consumed by the sandworm once you get thumpers. Because the sandworm can actually, or will actually come all the way up here if it's chasing you. Yeah, but the reason I wanted that one specific knife is that actually will drain blood when you kill somebody. So it's a great way to get, like, water and stuff. So according to this, that Holtzman amplifier should be... like right in here. Now, sometimes there are things you can interact with that aren't like normal pieces of equipment.
Mayday, mayday. This is Ensign Meredith commanding Alcyon. Lieutenant
There it is.
Davis is down. The convoy is under sustained attack. They knew where we'd be. We've lost contact with the group leader, Kytheria.
My God! Look at them all! It's horizon to horizon jet fighters out there!
Belay that chatter! We have sustained several direct hits, and we're losing Trim badly. We're going to try to set her down. Our emergency transponder is active. Godspeed, everyone.
Yes, yes. Yeah, look at that accuracy. Where'd you go? Yeah, I gotta get out of here. There. Nice. Ooh. Wow, hey. And since I killed you, I get to drink you. You drink what you kill. At least I think that's what the rule is, right? Alright, now I head this way. Again. Yeah, so with the Swordmaster, it's really important to make sure that your stamina stays up. Because that's how your character does his abilities. I didn't leave the trail that time. Darn.
Eyes on target.
By the way, in case you're wondering why I always collect these, power cells are how you power your base in the early game. I mean, you still need them later on too, but in particular, in the early game, power cells are feed directly into generators and stuff. Get around this guy. Yeah, and I want to check his, oh. Already got that. I feel parched. Not for long. Leader John, away! Remember, folks, stay hydrated. After all, humans are 70% water. Or did they find out that we're now 60% water? It's so weird because it changes all the dang time. Because this scientist says, oh, we have to use this metric, which means it changes how blank works. Or they say, oh, we need to use this metric, which again, changes how said thing works. Oh, you have to use the meter. Why do we have to use the meter? Because it's more or it's based off of the science of light speed. Okay, what does that have to do with things that are 10 times slower than, say, light speed? Like, why are we gauging anything off of the speed of light if the only thing that can go the speed of light currently is light? It's like, well, no wonder we can't get back into outer space if you're measuring the weight of things off of silicone instead of the densest material on the planet. Or one of the densest. I hear a worm breach. They're not showing up on my mini-map, which is kind of scary. But no, scientists think they're so smart, and yet they do some of the stupidest stuff I've ever heard of. Like breeding the African killer bee. because they took a venomous African bee, combined it with a honey bee, which upped its aggression, and then created a bee that sleeps in its own venom to become even more toxic. It's like, maybe not the wisest decision. Which, by the way, if anyone ever tells you trust the science, bring that up. Be like, no, because scientists are stupid. Like, they are the smartest dumb people you will ever meet. But the other reason I have a big problem with, the metric system is we got the metric system, or, the whole point of the metric system is it's supposed to make the imperial system obsolete because Britain got teed off that they were defeated in combat. So they made up a brand new system that is constantly changing how it measures things, or how it's measured and happen and stuff. Because, like, first, let's say Celsius. Celsius was based off of the freezing point of water. Now it's based off of the freezing point of a particular molecule in the water. How does that make sense to anybody? Right? Alright. Scrap metal. Deliver stuff. Alright. And contact issuer. You got the amplifier. Great work. The great houses don't like to admit it, but they deal with scrap merchants all over Dune. Don't you mean Arrakis? Picking clean wrecks and corpses to equip the next lot sent out to die. Oh well, at least my business is booming, so there's still more you can do. I have buyers who will pay good money for Freeman-made good. The Freeman may be gone, but you can still find plenty of their equipment in the caves scattered around Haga Base south. Explore a few caves, collect some of that gear, and I'll cut you in on the profits. Okay. Assistance required. And... yeah, basically, just... oh, I don't have anything. Okay. Ooh. So we do need to decide what we want our classes to be. So over the course of the game, there's 100 different levels. Those levels give you enough skill points, basically, to... I want to do the cave first because it's right here. Okay, that did hurt me. Interesting. But they give you enough points to basically, from what I've seen, unlock multiple classes and stuff like that. I think 3. So I would like some input on what you guys think the 3 classes should. Because we got Swordmaster. I wanted that one because it's basically like becoming a Jedi. Nope, that's not right. So there's supposed to be a cave entrance. And... Old Griffith Hideaway. Oop! Landmines. Gotta watch those landmines. Alright. Somebody was in here. I kind of like how it sounds like the Batman theme is playing. Like, that is oddly perfect for, I wonder what's up there. Probably not, but still, I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna check that then. I need a little bit more... Oh, maybe I don't need more. It says deliver. Right. What do you have from friend? Ooh. Ooh, a Mauler pistol. Way of the Fallen. How did I survive that? Way of the Fallen. That sounds fancy. So that's why this area was so hard to find. Alright. But let's see... Started 1 hour ago. Okay. I have fallen.
Who are you? Eyes on target.
Eyes on target. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, so we can unlock the soldier, we can unlock the... We can unlock the Mentat, we can unlock everything. Like I said, I just need to know what we want. As far as our quest line, I do want to get the planet, or what is it? Planetologist, because that unlocks a bunch of like vehicle mining and stuff, which gets you your materials super fast. I am sorely tempted to get the soldier because of the sugar wire, but I'll hold off on that and find out what you guys want. Better put this away. Because this guy is who I would talk to unlock the soldier the first time. Or the first degree in soldier. Okay, deliver. Deliver. Alright, contact the issuer. Most of our forwarders think the Freemen were just a bunch of savages, but they made quality goods. No one's ever matched their moisture seal tech, and their mechanisms stand up to the harshest conditions. Pity most scavengers have a superstitious fear of salvaging Freeman gear, but since you're braver than most, maybe you can help me with something else. I have a client who needs something recovered from an Imperial's testing station. He's looking for an old poisoner snoop. Why? Who knows? Maybe he's paying. The station is not far from Griffith's Reach, but be careful when you go there. A band of scavengers has laid claim to the place. I've been hearing bad things about them. Alrighty. And that's right there. See the worm's trail. Oh, more skill points. See, and that's like one of the big problems with the game. It's not very clear where I would need to go next for my next level of swordsman. In fact, I can't even access my next level of swordsman. So, like, my deflection, can't upgrade it at all right now. Now, I can spend my points on other things. So let's see. Increased maximum stamina. That does sound good, though. Inspiration. You've trained yourself to deal with the rigors of deserts, increasing your max stamina loss while dehydrated. Probably want to tell you. Let's see. You enter a heightened state of awareness when the next attack in melee. You parry and counterattack with Savage Repose that bleeds and damages your enemy. That sounds awesome. But yeah, see, I can't upgrade anything further. Then again, I did use up all my stuff, so... Sandbite. That's gonna be fun. Enter the Imperial Testing Station. Number 2. Cannot drink. Alright. This way. So yeah, luckily enough, this Imperial Testing Station unlocks the Planetologist branch. So after I talk to the guy who has his camp above it, we're good to go. We see before us the remnants of those who came before. Those who came and out-leveled this area. I thought it was only going to... Now, luckily, this guy is cultivating a bunch of plants for water and stuff, so... There it is. Gather particle capacitors 6. Advanced Surbox 13. So yeah, you come in, you talk to him. He gives you a mission to go retrieve something for him. Then you got the other stuff. Let's do this. Talk.
Watch your step, stranger. Those plants are hard to grow out here, and harder to replace. Now,
Oh.
Derek Chinara, planetologist, botanist, and political exile, I'm afraid. I've been stuck out here for a while. I learned the hard way. Never say the wrong thing to someone from Kaitain.
Yep. Never say the wrong thing. That's okay. Peon, never trust a bureaucrat. Words to live by.
Cyprian Io. I loathe that name. Barely a planetologist at all. To think of the legacy of the kinds in the hands of this Fop. Makes me sick.
Tell me about the kinds.
There are actually two kinds. The elder, Pardo Kynes, was a legend at the college on Kaitane. His work on the ecological tenets of planetary transformation, magnificent. But the younger Kynes, little is known. It is said that Pardo had a child with a Fremen woman, and the result was a new Kynes. The reason I am here.
Cool. You came here looking for Pardock Kind's child?
Yes. Liet Kynes wrote me a letter asking me to come to Arrakis to help with a terraforming project. With such a famous father, how could I refuse? But before I arrived, Liet Kynes was lost in battle. Without the funds or backing to return to Kaitane, I am forced to work with the new planetologist.
So what are you doing here?
I was given a ground car and an ancient sync chart of the old botanical testing stations. My task is to document their operational status.
Oh. How's that working out?
Standing atop the second station, and I've been stuck here for weeks cultivating plants because I don't dare to continue. That's how it's working out.
There's a testing station nearby?
Standing on it, or at least above it. His Majesty's Imperial Testing Number 2. Second on my list. As far as I got before I couldn't continue.
Why couldn't you continue?
The place is infested with bandits, who've in turn been infected with something. They attack all who enter, even those of us on official business.
Alright, tell me about those bandits.
Oh, scavengers. The usual type around here, cutting up wreckage from the war to sell. The ones in the lab have gone
Odd.
odd.
Odd how?
I hadn't gone very far into the lab when some of them charged at me, screaming and brandishing knives. They were covered in gore. I ran.
That sounds unpleasant.
It was unnerving. I'm not timid by nature, but I didn't want any part of whatever was happening. I came up here and set up this camp.
Alright, tell me about yourself.
Derek Chinara, planetologist, botanist, and political exile, I'm afraid. I've been stuck out here for a while. I learned the hard way. Never say the right thing to someone from Kaitane. Cyprian Io. I loathe that name.
Alright, I would like to learn from you.
But there is something I must do. Perhaps we can help each other out.
What do you need?
You look like something that stumbled out of a shipwreck. I don't have any way to pay. Unless you're interested in a planetary ecology lesson?
Yeah, I can help you out. We can discuss the lessons after. What do you need me to do?
Easy. Somewhere in the station is a manifest containing a full log of the supplies that were sealed within. Bring me the manifest.
Alright, I'll return with the manifest.
The people in that lab are odd.
Alright, goodbye, because I already went through that. Alright. And right down there, I believe, it's what I'm looking for. Imperial Testing Station number 2. Let's see. Go ahead and... Lung blade damage. Yeah, so I can't unlock that one yet. Don't get it. Oop. That was the wrong button. I was going for my rifle. Yeah, luckily enough, like, choosing the Swordmaster doesn't completely negate your, like, your need for firearms, which is kind of nice. I just realized how much... Yeah, I got... I need to craft more bandages. Alright. Max 7. That should be more than enough. I hope. You know what? I just realized I have one of these. I don't need that.
Collins has been acting real strange since finding that corpse with the Telexu satchel. I don't trust him. Keep an eye out next time you're out on a salvage run. If he starts acting weird, dart him.
Yep. You can learn about what's causing them to be all crazy and stuff. Because that's not normal. They're like stringing each other up and stuff. Let's fill up the item. Alright.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Rommel Greer. The ultimate mission of these stations is to find or engineer botanical species capable of thriving in the extremely arid conditions of Arrakis. A true challenge, as I'm sure any visitor who has traveled through the barren rocks and sand above will agree.
Huh. Harvesting point.
Has been the installation and testing of wind trap units capable of reclaiming moisture from the atmosphere.
Hey, how are you?
Success, both with the installation
If you want.
the thriving vegetation you will find within these halls.
Okay. Oh, there should be a Discord in the description. I will say though, I can't pay. Like, I will say that right off the bat. I am currently jobless. I'm just doing this as a thing. But no, there should be a Discord in the description of the... Yeah, right there. Well, well, maybe not. Oh, Discord link, like, right under my name if you hit the more option under the title. Yeah. So how are you, Toxic? Fill up the Leecher John again. Yeah, you know, it would be, like... My ability would be more impressive if they were more accurate with their guns. Because up until the point where I attack them, I'm supposed to be blocking their bullets.
But I know now that he's part of the plot. I heard the worms out in the desert whispering to him last night, and the bastard whispered back. I did it. If I get them first.
Yeah, somebody went crazy. But you want to know what's kind of funny? You know what this place reminds me of? Fallout New Vegas, Vault 22.
Who you leaving these messages for, eh? It's for the worms, isn't it? Yeah, the worms. Oh, yeah, your belly, it was full of worms, those big, red, ropey worms. But I let them out, didn't I?
Those are called intestines. But yeah, somebody's going crazy. I don't have enough room. Otherwise, I'd be juicing these guys too. Gotcha. Alright. Need more healing. My healing is on 6. Alright.
Don't sleep. That's when they come for you. Blowing guns. Don't sleep.
Ooh, I got a better power pack.
Find a knife. Or maybe a hammer. Either would be good, but both is better. Just don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
Poor guy. He was going insane. Okay. Ooh, well, welcome to the Discord. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And like I said, I don't mind if you want to make anything for me. Just understand, as far as it's concerned right now, I don't have the money to pay for anything. So a bit of a charity case, unfortunately. Because I don't make money off of this. This is more of a hobby. If I can start making money off of it, I will, and then that would be used to pay for anything like that.
Where the fox runs slightly. You can't hide from me, little bird. Where are you? Beneath the hill in the fennel brake. Spy, my love. You cannot wake. Go away. Go away.
Man.
There's a little bird. Gotcha.
Like I said, very, Vault 22. Oh, I'll play that game, huh? Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, I'll, say hi. Alright. This one I think I'll drink. Alright. Yeah, in case you're wondering why I tend to use my sword more often, I picked the Swordmaster class to start out with because of the bullet deflection. And my other character that's much higher level has it, or started out as a soldier, so... Okay, I hear them. Nice. Okay, found the Mimic film. Leecher John out of that. Any more? Okay, should be good. Alright, now, what else do I need to do here? File retrieval. Okay, find the vials, deliver vials. Report back to him. Deliver that. Okay, so it's just the vials. Oop. They're going crazy. Alright. Wait, isn't this like a boss room? Ah, there you are. Okay. Ooh.
Once the beast has made his selection, return the remaining items to Bijaz at once. Exercise all due caution in the handling of these items, as the bioagents contained within are unstable and may prove extremely hazardous.
Well, I got poisoned. That's never good.
Yeah. So then he comes in here saying, "Hey, boss, what's that weird smell? That weird smell?" Yeah, just like that, he does, just like that. Yeah, yeah. And then he says, "What's wrong with the plants in here? They look sick. Maybe we should trim them back." That's what he said. He said that. Those exact words. That's what he said. He said, "Trim them back. Trim them back." Oh yeah. So you know what I did? You know what I did? I trimmed him back. Oh yeah. I trimmed him back real good.
Okay.
Collins and Omar from Broken Land Trek. 2 Doomans still suits, full of holes, stained, sun-bleached, junked. One Atreides house trooper rucksack, serviceable, Omar will keep. 1 Telexu-made satchel with several vials. Opened the vial, but it was empty, smelled bad, junked. 3
Oh.
fared to poor condition, selling windsack.
That was his mistake. He opened one of the vials.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number
Okay,
2.
so I think I just go this way.
Station Supervisor Dr. Rommel Greer.
Nice. Oh yeah, there's also this little area down here that I can actually access now for more materials. Ooh, I just got a dispenser. The passive one? I think it's the passive. But yeah, the suspensors are nice because they prevent you from taking damage. Now, Toxic, I will give you advice. Probably not wise to share your Discord so openly. Just because you never know who's going to watch this later. And if they see it in the comments, that gives them the ability to send messages directly to you. Now, if you don't care, I don't care. Like, that's the thing. But yeah, just no sharing too much in chat, okay? Let me actually check Discord. Maybe let me just say hi. Am I sharing that in general? That should not be in general. That should be in streaming. Whoops. It's also in streaming. Oh, that's the way. Silly. Oh well. Yep. So I'm probably gonna complete these quests and then go back to my base. Cause it is getting to the point where I need to get off and start doing stuff. Although if I can, this is technically a safe area. You know what? I'll get into the I'll turn in the quest and then I'll just stop. Because that's about where I would need to be anyways. So yeah, should be good. Talk to you.
You've come back. You don't know how rare that is on Arrakis. Have you done as I asked?
Yes, I brought you the manifest. Delivered.
You have? That's incredible. I thought those crazies down there would keep me stuck here forever.
Oh.
Oh, wonderful. Say what you will about the old empire, but they knew how to keep a record.
Yep. I believe you offered to teach me something about planetary ecology.
Yes, of course. I haven't forgotten. Pay attention. Life, all life, is in the service of life. There. Though I must confess, I wasn't expecting such an apt pupil. It was more like you were remembering than learning. Odd.
Yeah. Does he have trouble finding my Discord? That's weird. Alright, goodbye. Alright, so now we have this unlocked. This is good because it affects, like, my mining and stuff. Like so. So now my vehicles repair better, and my cutter ray does better with the mining. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, I don't think Toxicalian realized that I have my Discord in, like, my channel description and stuff. Because I do. I actually have all of that in my channel and whatnot. And the link should be an open invitation, too. To the Discord server that I run. So... But yeah, it's a little hard to bring up. Actually, I might be able to get someplace safe. And I'll show you. Because I can pull up my YouTube and show you guys exactly where my Discord link is. Because there should be one probably in the description of the video. I know if you're on mobile... That was a sandworm. I know if you're on mobile, if you go up to right under the title where it says more, there's a Discord link next to my name that acts as an invite. But there should also be, if you hit my icon, or go to my page and go to the About thing, or even, yeah, more, should see a Discord link there as well. I'll also look it up on the actual computer too. And that's the general link that gets you, you know, basic access. I have one open voice channel for people who want to play together, and I have another voice channel for streamers who want to collab, that kind of stuff. But since I don't really have a, like, super active chat yet, we don't really have a chat name, which means the Discord is just game servers for now. I do have a looking for group and stuff like that in there, so do all that. Let me deliver items. Deliver that. Contact issuer. So you got the snooper. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Those testing stations can be absolute treasure troves, but they're usually full of people who don't like to share. Never met a reasonable person in a testing station. Listen, I have another offer for you if you're looking to do a little trading. I need a few components to restore a sand bike in decent condition, not falling apart. I can't pay for them, but I have some other rarer bike parts that I'm willing to exchange in return. Okay. Deliver engines. Okay, I need to get back to base for that. File retrieval. Delivering the files. Deliver. Contact issue. Alright, you found it. The buyer will be pleased. No need to ask if you opened any of the files. The buyer told me you wouldn't be capable of operating a contract board if you had. This stuff, whatever it is, sounds damn dangerous. I don't understand how anyone could lose track of something like that. Well, no harm done in the end, right? Oh, I know exactly how they lost it. They lost it because the caravan that was carrying it was attacked. Okay, so all of those... I have new research. Sand bike. Firm. Alright. But for here, I am going to leave the game here. Technically, this is a safe area, so it should be fine. I will real quick show you guys how to find my Discord link. Like I said, it should be under the channel description, though. So, just gotta let it do its thing. Okay. So, if we go to YouTube. And go up to my profile link. View channel. So basically, if you click on my icon anywhere and then go to more, there's my Discord right there. Should bring you to this page. You know, invite invalid. This invite may be expired. Do not have permission to join. Continue to Discord. Well, it worked on my verification required. That's not good. Hang on a second. Because you guys don't want to see that. Email is already registered. Okay, so it's just being weird. Gotcha. So yeah, you click on that, you get the invite thing, you use that. Because it works on my phone, no problem. Wish I had a thing I could actually show you. Yeah. It's just, technically, I'm already invited, so it doesn't work quite right. But you will see after that, you will see this. Okay, so those are my privates. Yes, I have a lot of Discords that I'm a part of. But you'll see general. Normally, I put this in my streaming thing right here. If you have streams that you want to advertise, like, say you want to do Jacksepticeye or something like that, right? You can go to stream adverts. This is where you guys can post streamers you enjoy watching. Safe for work memes. Of course, means safe for work. Looking for group. So that you can find people. Art, if you want to post your art. That kind of stuff. General voice is for anybody who wants to play together and use the voice chat. This one is primarily for if I'm playing with somebody else that has permission and all that. So, yeah. And then, of course, direct messaging, because you always need to be able to get to me at some point. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and exit that off. Start the stream ending. So you guys have a wonderful day. I will catch you all later. And